Hey, this is Dave. Welcome to the shop. So today and tomorrow and the next day, you know how that goes. I'm going to be working on a new project. The young apprentice working with me in the shop, teaching him a few tricks from the old dog. And one of the things, easiest way you can teach somebody forever. But if you help them do something, then they learn. And if you allow them to make a couple of mistakes, they learn even faster. Mistakes are expensive, so we want to try to cut those down. Watchful eye. So here we go. We're going to do a little project. We've been actually working on it a couple of parts of days, a couple of hours here and there. And we're getting along. So let me bring you up to speed, show you what we're doing and where we are now. It'd be great. So what we've got here is a little box. I've made, I think I've made probably 30 of them over time. It's a favorite. It's got little drawers. The drawers pull right out. It's sort of like for spices, and I see it in my mind. It's a kitchen item. The drawers are a little bit pneumatic in that pushing one in hard and fast pushes the others out a little bit because of the. There's no place for the air to go. But that's a minor problem. Waxed up, they seem to stay. They slide well. I like it. So they've been real popular. They're about 15.5 inches wide, 17.5 at the top. They're about 5.5, almost 6 inches deep, 7 at the top. Bunch of little drawers, different sizes. They're not very big, but they're enough to hold all the oregano that you'd ever want to use, along with your sage and other things. Okay, so this is what we're going to make. This one obviously is pine with stained faces and a painted carcass. The Kohai is going to make some out of poplar. We've got some poplar selected and paint them. I've got some cherry that I ran into that I'm going to make a set out of cherry. So we're going to make 10 of these all told, which is great, which is enough to go through all of the little setups of, this is mostly a table saw project, getting your dados in the right places for the dividers to all go together and make uniform boxes so that we can make 10 or in this case 40 of these drawers this size and have them all fit, right? Without having to hand plane and hand fit each effing one of them. Want them tight. I mean, these are tight, right? Look how tight you can get things. We want them tight, but we want them all interchangeable. So that's our mission. And today I'm doing some, I've just done the bottom dado here for the bottom piece to go into the sides, and I'm about to set up to do the upper dado for the top. Then we'll divide what's left because it's different every time. We'll divide out what's left and get 2 more small plows or dados in for these 2 intermediate pieces. And we've got a pile of stuff. I'll show you what we've got made up already and what the parts are, because we've been working on the carcass. We've been working on these pieces right here. We've got some feet. We've cut the tops out and we've molded them. So they're all done. It was an easy project. And after we get these fitted together, we'll glue the boxes. Then we'll cut some back material and put some backs in. And then we'll get on to drawer faces and drawer parts. Lots and lots and lots of drawer parts. I had some, what are we looking at here? Boy, I think this is basswood. I think. This is basswood. Anyway, I had a bunch of it kicking around, left over from a job, and I sliced it up for the drawer sides and backs. Drawer bottoms are just, some junk that I can find somewhere. This was some very wide-grained pine. So, little by little, we'll get to all the pieces and parts. Today, working on these dados. So, let's get going. So here we go. I've set up a temporary stop against my fence because I don't want to tear the bottom of my fence. Why screw that up? Anyway, and hopefully I'll stop this thing just at the right point so it's almost touching, almost cutting through, and is big enough. And I've already got the sides cut, the dividers cut, so I'll be able to test to see how this works out. Let's watch this. So that went, as you could see, pretty well. Nice and square, nice and straight, no bobbles. Got to hold it nice and smoothly against this. Smooth. This is one of my pieces, just random, I grabbed it out of the pile, one of the pieces that could be the top. It's unknown yet, although this one's got a little bit of a bark inclusion in it. So I'll probably put this at the top and cover it. So it'll probably go like this. Although it's a cherry one and this is poplar, I know, I got all that. But all the cuts are the same. Anyway, so I put this on there and you can see what happens. This thing sets in there nicely. It is very smooth. It's just about perfect. It's so close to perfect. Certainly close enough for me. A little bit of room for glue. It'll be great. So, my sample. My first piece done. You didn't see me, but I tested this on a scrap to make sure. Anyway, so done. So let me pull the poplar ones over, set them here, and I'll just crank through them. A little bit, if this means it's a teeny bit too deep, something to think about. I mean, that cleans right up. Yeah, it's super. Now I'm concerned. That was the third one I ran through that seemed like it was a little bit deeper than it needed to be, and it is. Somehow I went from really perfect to a little bit too deep. Let's put a piece of paper behind there. Let's double it up. That looked like a doubled up piece of paper. So let's do that. There. It'll drive me crazy. I'm pretty sure. All right, I'll put this back. Put that there. So we're good. Let's try this again. There we go. Down to just one little teeny bit of overlap. Good. All right. Could be better. Could be better. Let's go with a triple piece of paper. Something like that. All right. So we'll do that. poplar ones. That seems good. It seems good. All right, let's try the cherry ones. Oh, there's a lump on my bench. Spot of glue or something. I felt it. All right. Oh, sorry. All right, so all the rabbits for the tops are done. That's good. Clearly you figured out what the point of having a piece of wood on the fence is, because my fence is crude and inaccurate. I beat it around. It's just not any good. I can't make small adjustments with it. I'd love to have a fence with dial adjustments, but I don't. So put a piece of wood on, keep yourself outside, and then using pieces of paper, pieces of paper have thickness, and you can worry things in and back and make very accurate cuts that suit you and the pieces of wood that you have. Anyway, so these are done now. I've got to set up something so I can measure from one end to the other and find out where those two intermediate plows go, and then set that up. Bring it back. Okay, so there's not a lot of symmetry here at the moment. We've got a small rabbit at one end and a big rabbit at the other, 1/2 inch and 3/8, thereabouts. Now I want to start cutting the plows going across. I did a test piece. I did a test piece starting from the 1/2 inch plow, the big end, which should be the bottom, and tops are marked top, which is good. So anyway, I've got this set up. I've got my paper adjusted. I think I've got my plow right on. I got my calipers out. I'm into hundredths of inches, which is, you know, fun place to be. Anyway, and so I think I'm ready to go. I'm going to plow these things. I'm going to plow one and quickly check it so I don't screw up everything else. Actually, I think I'll just plow this one and check the other end. See what happens. So here we go. I did the math. And she'll have a little surface rust. I did the math, and I'm looking for 2.60 and 2.604 if I was going to be really accurate. I'm not. But anyway, so there's that. And this is 2.06. You know, it's not great. I wish it was better. You know what? I think I'm going to put another piece of paper in and maybe make it better. So I really don't want 2.06 if I really want 2.04. Okay, another piece of paper. How big is 3 pieces of paper? That's 1.1. Yeah, 0.011. So I don't want 4 folds. Okay, I can do that. I think that's what I want. And we'll try that. All right. Oh yeah, huh? Closer. That was all right. That was 8. Let's do that. Come on. All right. Bottom. I have one more shot at this because I ruined this piece. Not ruined, but I've overcut it. Cut it too small, so I'll never know if it's right. But I have one more shot. I have the rabbit to put in the back of this thing. So if I just kiss this less than 1/4 of an inch deep, it'll make a mark that no one will ever see on the back edge of this. There's my mark. I can see it. That's good. You can see it if you look carefully. All right, trying it again. Damn. And that's 2607, which is where I was before. I want that cut to be 2.604, which means I want the fence further in than it is now. This is 4 pieces of paper. I need 6. It's just, I've been there. It doesn't make a lot of sense. But that's what we're going to do. I don't know. You know, I'm fussing too much. Can't be that hard. Just can't be that hard. That's going to be it. No more fussing. I'll measure it one more time. I've got another piece I can put into play. There's that one. So this is that way and that. This is the back edge. This is the bottom. There you go. 6.035. That's definitely close enough for me. All right. Cut. That being done, now time to divide that into two and do the other cut. This is going to receive a longer than that, but this is what's going to happen. Fits right in there. It's just nice and beautiful and snug. All right, so that's good. Now I want to measure this, divide that into half, deduct one of the extra pieces, and then I'll know where to set the fence to cut this one. I'm hoping it's going to be back to that same 2.604 number, but on the off chance that it's not, it's just soon be the right number. So let's see what we can find. Bring it back.
I forget how you lost
The digit? Skill saw.
Oh, it was a skill saw.
Yeah.
Okay. Rumor has it that the table saw is the most dangerous tool in the shop, but I've found more utility knife injuries than anything else.
Table saw injuries have always been the significant,
Yeah.
but we've taken more people to the emergency room with utility knife cuts. I about took my left thumb off with one once. One of my guys cut right through his an artery in his leg,
Oh my God.
ripping a shingle, a sidewall shingle. You know, just one of these.
Oh, and he.
Ruined himself. Bad.
Wow.
The belt off and tightened up around the leg and hauled him to the hospital fast.
Wow.
Yeah, he was out of work for 6 weeks.
No kidding.
Yeah. I had people with broken bones that came back sooner than that.
Huh?
People with broken bones came back sooner than that.
Yeah.
Now the nice thing of this is that's the toughest of the cuts. The rest of the cuts will all be closer to the edge.
Oh, okay.
The third cuts, the quarter cuts will all be closer to the fence, therefore easier to handle. So this is the last worst one. All right, did good, did good. So all the single dados are made. That's terrific. Good enough.
very small amount, because I didn't know it's on the process. If you made the joint completely perfect, then you almost did. You know, it's like screen we guys do a double white, double so you can compare it. You want to oh yeah. What's that? Or maybe it's already just right across the other. That's Schrödinger's joint.
So got to there. Those two are done, but chipped.
Mm-hmm.
All good. All right. Chipped. Okay.
What are your thoughts?
They'll need to get done in the next run, somehow. Yep. All right.
How long will it take for the glue,
Glue?
to set up?
Yeah, I don't know. It'd probably be fine in another. I mean, probably fine right now.
Okay.
I just used Elmer's. Not looking for.
Okay. Yeah.
All right. So next is the number 2 side.
Well, let me see. You wanted to do It's going to be a rain day tomorrow, and I'm feeling like I should head home.
Okay.
I wanted to see about stopping at Market Basket, so unless you have to change the saw settings, I don't. If you want to set the fence up,
Okay. Okay, I will do so.
or if you want to leave that to me, it's up to you. I'll do at least all of the cutting tomorrow.
Okay.
But again, and I am happy to do the setup.
Okay. Let me just put it together so we're both on the same page.
Okay.
Right? Until otherwise told, it was my intention to have the side that I put the letters on be
Yep.
the back.
Got it.
All of my markings, I think, have been in the back. This, eventually, is going to get rabbited.
Oh yes,
the
for the panel.
back
Yeah, I
panel.
was wondering about that when you assembled it before. I was, and then I looked at this box. That's actually why I asked you for this one as a reference. So the back gets rabbited to about half the depth, or more, it looks like.
Yeah, but, you know, some amount, right?
Okay.
I don't think it's all that important how much, really.
Yeah. Tight.
Yeah.
Okay. Is that one a different thickness?
Well, you know, I guess.
Huh. Because we ran them through.
We ran them through the same planer,
Yeah.
and we did all the plows with the same potato head. So, you know.
But wood tends to move. If that was one that I ran first through or last through.
I mean, it's just,
Yeah.
I'm not unhappy, you know.
Yeah.
But I mean, that stuff happens. All right, that seems good. Like to have this a little bit out of the way.
Mm-hmm.
Like that. This is snug, all good. It's not perfect, but it's certainly square enough to do what we're going to do on it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just a matter of
splitting it in thirds.
right? So the trick here, get another one of these, right? Because there'll be two of these.
Uh-huh.
You may as well use the thing rather than the number.
So we are
On track?
following almost the exact dimensions of this, huh?
Cool. Yeah, well, that was the intent.
Okay.
I mean, that's what you had said.
Yeah.
I'm perfectly happy with it. We don't need to swap drawers,
I
but
think I'd like to make 10 more before I try to change the scale of it at all, because that is
is it,
perfect.
they're fucking cute.
Perfect.
No, I appreciate you saying that. They're,
Yeah.
they're fucking cute. Yeah. All right, so got two spacers. And they go anywhere. And so this is our opening. And it says 13 and an eighth. Pretty darn close.
Okay.
So 13 and an eighth plus a little teeny bit.
13 and 8 plus.
I mean, it's a rich, not wicked, but it's more than 13 and an eighth. Not much.
Okay.
Hard to call it. It's not a 32nd.
Yeah.
Anyway, you can obviously take a look yourself. But the trick there now would be to take that 13 and an eighth and divide it by 3.
Now, are you sure that's not 5/16?
Yeah, when you pull those up. All right, how about this?
Take a look again.
Okay. But it is not.
No? I mean, no, I'm sorry,
You mean
5:30
5:30
seconds, yeah.
No, I don't believe so.
No?
I don't believe so. It grants you it's more than 13 and an eighth. So, our number, if it was 13 and an eighth,
Yeah.
take this. Our number is 4.375. That's how-
4.375.
That's how wide our drawer is going to be.
Okay.
4.375.
All right.
Now, granted, it's going to be more than that. 1/3 of whatever thing you saw. Not quite a 32nd.
Yeah.
1/3 of that. More than 4.375.
Okay.
What's that number? Yeah, I don't know. And I'm not picking on you at all.
4.38. I don't know.
Maybe, yeah. This right here is 4.3785.
So 4.38, essentially.
This one's 4.36.
Oh, okay.
That's what happened to these, right?
Yeah. Well, this was one of the first boxes you guys built?
It was a long time ago. This is 4.38. Yeah. It was a long time ago. Yeah. I don't remember. I don't think it was the first. No. I mean, you know what? It's been so long, I don't remember the first ones.
Okay.
They went off to...
That says 10-12 on the back of it, but
Yeah.
that might be the date.
Yeah. 10, no,
Sure.
no,
So
that's 10
it's
of 12.
10 of 12? Okay.
That's 10 of 12, that's not the date.
Oh yeah, 2012 is the date. Okay.
By October of 2012, that's when I had my fire. That's when it all ended.
4 point.
So, now,
4.38.
so, 375 is 3/8.
3/8, yep.
So this is a rich 4 3/8. So now, that's from there
Yeah.
to the inside edge of the first divider.
Okay.
So that's there. Four and 3/8. I think that's going to be fine.
Okay.
Okay, so there's that mark right there. 4 and 3/8. And then we'll measure this, and that's what we're going to look for an offset. And you can see that once again we're into these stupid fucking fractions. Right?
Where's the mark?
Right there. So it's not 4 and 5/8, and it's more than 4 and 9/16.
Okay.
And they have it. Sure.
Do you want to write that number down and I'll set this up tomorrow?
Sure. Sure. You have a pencil, and
Yep.
there's a piece of paper right there. So somewhere
So
Joyfully.
it's 4 and
it is almost exactly halfway between 4 and 9/16 and 4 and 5/8.
so 1930 seconds.
Yes. Yes, that's what that would be.
1930 seconds. And that is joint number 3.
Actually, joint number 2.
Joint 2. Oh yeah.
All right. So we're all set for tomorrow then. That's great. Can't wait. That'll all be done. Then it's
Then it's gluing time?
well, then it's rabbiting the sides,
Oh yeah.
and then it's glue time.
Rabbiting the sides is going to be one of the easier tasks
Yes,
compared
simple.
to the rest
Bing,
of this
bing,
layout.
bing, bing, bing. Yep. The only thing you have to decide is whether to do it with dado head and fence, or whether to use the plain table saw blade and do it in 2 cuts.
Okay. If we've got this,
It's right there. The only difference is it's a little more work turning that whole 3/8 by 3/8 into sawdust than it is 2 1/8-inch cuts, but not by much.
more work. You mean pushing it through?
Pushing.
I mean,
It's small. Got it.
Yeah.
Got it. I'm just saying that's. Yep. Let's
not
see.
as much caution about tear out, so I can move through them faster.
No one's ever going to see any of what
And
happens.
I'm removing how much?
Well, I don't know. 1/4 inch deep,
Okay.
because that's how deep this is.
Okay.
In other words, 5 1/2 is your number on the inside rather than 5 3. These are 5 3/4.
Yep.
You're looking for 5 1/2. And as far as the side, it doesn't matter. There's nothing to control it as wide as you wanted to make it. Obviously, you know,
I like cutting things in thirds. I would take 2/3 off of that.
I think that's the plan.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a 1/2 inch.
Okay.
And what that does, along with everything else, it gives you a 1/2 inch to land a fastener into,
That's what I was thinking.
which is a lot simpler to do
Yeah.
than to try to land a fastener into a 1/4 inch.
Okay.
Not that it can't be done, but
So,
why? So 1/2 by 1/4. That's the plan.
okay. Now I'm wondering if I.
Doing on edge or
Doing
doing
on
flat?
edge.
Yeah, don't. That I can't answer.
Okay.
Whatever you want to do.
All right.
Then we're going to move on to clamping. Here's the thing about clamping. It may bog down a little bit. Clamping, you want to clamp, not only clamp, you want to clamp square.
Yes. Which I can do on a deck.
Okay.
I can do when I'm framing a house.
Now, another thing that's going to happen is when you start clamping, you're going to start marring your surfaces because, unlike everything else that we've done, the clamps are always going to go on the outside surfaces.
Let's
So-
let's get to where I've got all the cuts done.
Pieces of plywood.
Yep.
I've got a stack of pieces
Okay.
of plywood, scraps of plywood,
Yeah.
which can be converted into smaller pieces that
Yeah.
makes them more useful. But I love this D3. It's relatively stiff.
Yep. That's the oak
This
face
is just
or maple
birch
face?
veneer.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
It's relatively stiff, so that when you do this, you put a clamp there and a clamp there, and you don't have to worry about putting a clamp in the middle on something that's 10 inches wide,
Okay.
right? It's just handy as hell. They've been all used, but in general, they're smooth. They're good clamping tools.
Okay. You're gonna be there for
Oh, no, I'm here. I'm
glue
here.
up.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
We've got bunches of pieces of scrap of D3
Okay.
that we commonly use for this purpose.
Okay.
And so,
And it's like $35 a sheet
Oh, yeah,
for
no,
shop
yeah.
grade stuff.
Yeah.
It's yeah.
um,
I use it for making jigs.
and then
shop.
squaring.
Mm-hmm.
We will be putting these things on. The trick is to find a way to leave enough room that you can get one of these things in the right place, so that when you clamp it, you can just put a quick clamp like that and a clamp like that, and the whole box will be square. Leave it on while you're clamping.
Leave that on
Yeah,
while
while the
while
glue's
it's
drying.
dry.
Yeah.
So you're gluing one at a time,
Well,
or you have you.
I've got.
I've got 2 or 3 of those.
Okay, there you go. That's
One of
what-
them I've dropped, so I'd say I have 2
Well,
that are
all
square.
right. The reason I bring it up
Yeah.
is I'm pretty sure I'm looking at
There's
2.
1,
Yep.
2.
I think I have a third one.
Okay.
And if you've got a couple, then what we'll probably do is run out of clamps.
I've got clamps too. Okay.
So
Yeah.
the time will come.
So two clamps per box.
Oh no.
Okay.
Yeah, no. Probably
Okay. 4.
at least 4.
Okay.
We'll glue the tops on afterward.
Yes.
So we're just talking about these 4 pieces.
Oh, because we've got to hold in.
We're going to hold these in and these in also.
Yes. Got it. So
And you can see if you got into a knit,
6 or 8.
you could end up having to double these.
Yeah.
Probably, it might turn out important to do that.
I've got some Bessies that are really large footed.
On the other hand,
Yeah.
we don't really have all 10 of them done in one day.
No, that's true.
We're not, this isn't a full day sort of project. That's where you end up converting your shop into that production, right?
Yeah.
Where you get one of those spindles where
Clamp
you
it.
clamp and turn and clamp and turn. Yeah.
There's the window and door place up in North Berwick. I had taken a tour of the facility a few years ago because they were hiring.
Uh-huh.
This is 8 years ago now. They've got a tool that they call the Clamposaurus Rex,
Sure.
and it is wider than this space, and it's not a round thing. It's like a conveyor that goes back probably from here almost to the wood stove, and they can just do door, hit a button, window, all the clamps integrated right into the thing. It's amazing.
That's great. All right, so we've got a project. We're all lined up. It'll be great fun.
Okay. I will let you know what time I can make it by tomorrow. If the weather is not going to have much of a break tomorrow, I may be able to spend a bit of time here.
Well, okay,
You know,
next,
enough time maybe to
along,
start looking at faces.
along with that, we have faces.
Yep.
We also have to produce, at some point, we have to do a volume of how much drawer side material do we need.
Oh yeah.
Then we're going to need, even before that, we're going to need to produce how much drawer backing material we're going to need.
Yep.
The drawer, and so we've got, I don't think that we're going to have to go home early because we're out of
Because we run out
class.
of. Okay. All right.
That's what I'm thinking right now.
Yep.
Got a 2-inch plank over here. Which isn't much good for much. I'm thinking that we might be able to flitch this up into pieces for drawer backs, drawer sides
Oh, it's pine?
and bottoms.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, I'd like to see how you use your bandsaw.
Oh, yeah, maybe not.
Okay.
You might not like it.
Oh no?
I just use it.
I mean,
Boy,
it's a bandsaw.
it's a bandsaw. You can abuse things.
Okay.
I'm not really. I like mallets and chisels, and everything else is just a. Can we do something with this?
Yeah.
You know, I love the old bandsaw. It does everything I want it to.
Yeah.
It'd be great.
For the size, I'm surprised at how thin the blade is. You can actually get some. You can actually get some shaping done.
Oh, I can. I may even have a 1/4-inch blade for it. I don't have many, but I think I've got one 1/4-inch blade,
Okay.
a 1-inch blade, and a 3/8 and a half. That's
Yeah.
pretty much all you need at any time. And I like many things here. I don't use it so much that it goes dull that often.
Yeah.
And you know, then you throw a blade, and you know.
Yeah, I've done that. Although I've never done that on a machine that has no safety on it at all.
I don't know what to tell you.
That's pretty cool. With litigation nowadays, it's no surprise they had to stop doing it like this. But I really love that you can see all of it. I mean, that wheel is awesome. Oh. Okay. So I'll let you know in the morning.
All right, just quick text would be great.
Okay.
That was that. Thanks for watching. It's been fun. We'll get something done tomorrow.